Two pieces of news. One, QNT has partnered with the Bank of England for a CBDC pilot. This is the same Bank of England that partnered with Ripple a couple of years back. Seems like they are trying new blockchains. That's why QNT is actually up. They're going to use QNT's API and they're going to use their technology in some kind of a test CBDC pilot. I'm not exactly sure what it is. These test pilots may not actually result in like the actual CBDC when they actually launch it using the project, but it is pretty cool regardless. Because it is obviously a CBDC with the Bank of England is a big deal, and I think they do have several technology partners right now. They're looking to use QNT as a blockchain partner. QNT is kind of like specifically designed banking software. SIA, the banking software company, does actually use QNT's technology, and that's why QNT is going up. That's why I think QNT can probably hit $2,000 to $3,000 in a bull run. The supply is very, very low, and they're getting these partnerships to spark FOMO. Plus, people are actually starting to build on QNT itself. So they have all these good things coming in. Now, I haven't heard of too many big apps on QNT just yet, but they are building on that network. And that's something that I wasn't aware of until a couple of months ago. But this particular partnership had sparked that FOMO that the Bank of England might actually just use QNT's blockchain as the core technology for their CBDC. Now, that might not actually use the coin itself because a lot of times like these CBDCs are like private versions of the blockchain, or they're just kind of like use the blockchain as a backbone, but it doesn't actually use the token. That's all very, very possible. And that's generally what happens with other CBDCs. But the technology using QNT would actually give it a lot of FOMO power. And you know what that can do in the next bull run. So QNT, very, very good news. The other one is Ripple has partnered with the Central Bank of Colombia for a CBDC pilot. So this could actually result in something, obviously. It could not, because a lot of times, like the Bank of England, the CBDC pilots don't actually result in the actual CBDC using the technology. This one, I think, has a higher chance of doing so. These smaller countries, once they actually pilot, they do tend to use this particular technology. However, it is a private version of the blockchain, like all the CBDCs are from Ripple. David Schwartz has actually mentioned that. It might interact with a public blockchain later, but for right now, even if it actually goes live past the pilot stage, it will just exist on a private version of the XRPL. It won't actually use XRP itself, but once again, it could generate more hype and FOMO, and that could actually do a lot during a bull run. Right now, during the bear market, doesn't really matter, not really going to generate too much hype and FOMO, but these two partnerships could go a long way for these companies, and it could generate a lot of hype and FOMO. Getting people to actually just ape in during a bull run could push the price even higher. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.